Hi friends, welcome back. Today, I'm super excited to welcome you all to a unique and fun way to learn and practice English. We're going to explore the fascinating life story of Donald Trump, and we'll do it together, step by step. Now, you might be wondering, why Trump? Well, whether you love him or have mixed feelings, his life is full of interesting events and vocabulary that can help us improve our English skills. From his early days in New York to his career in business and politics, there's so much we can learn. Throughout our journey today, we'll not only learn new words but also practice using them in sentences and discussions. We'll touch on themes like business, leadership, media, and even some of the challenges he faced. It's a great opportunity to expand our vocabulary and expression. Along the way, we'll discover how he overcame challenges, took risks, and built an empire. As you watch, think about the important lessons you can learn from his story. So, let's dive in. Feel free to share your thoughts and experiences as we go along. Let's make this an engaging and interactive session. Are you ready? Let's get started. Donald John Trump was born on June 14, 1946, in Queens, New York City. He was the fourth of 5 children in the Trump family. His dad, Fred Trump, was a well-known real estate developer, while his mom, Mary Ann, was a Scottish immigrant. Together, they created a loving and ambitious environment for their kids. Growing up in Jamaica Estates, a charming neighborhood in Queens, young Donald was a spirited child. His early years were filled with typical childhood joys, playing games and spending time with family. But even as a little boy, he had a knack for business and a drive to succeed. At just the age of 13, Donald was sent to the New York Military Academy. Now, let me tell you, this was a big change for him. The rigorous environment was designed to instill discipline and leadership skills. It wasn't always easy, but it helped mold him into a confident young man. Fast forward to high school. After graduating from military school, Donald enrolled at Fordham University in the Bronx. However, after 2 years, he decided to transfer to the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania, which was known for its excellent business program. At Wharton, Donald truly flourished. He learned about finance, real estate, and entrepreneurship. It was here that he honed the skills that would later help him become a successful businessman. He graduated in 1968 with a degree in economics, ready to take on the world. But the world of business wasn't entirely new to him. Donald had been exposed to it from a young age. Working in his father's company, E. Trump & Son, he started out as a fresh-faced intern, but he didn't just sit on the sidelines. No, he jumped right in, learning the ins and outs of real estate. With passion and determination, Donald took on bigger projects. He was eager to make a name for himself, separate from his father's shadow. He soon realized that if he wanted to make a mark in Manhattan's tough real estate market, he needed big dreams. So, in the early 1970s, Donald decided to move to Manhattan, the hustle and bustle capital of the world. His first major project was to renovate the Commodore Hotel, which wasn't doing well at the time. With a little vision and a lot of hard work, he turned it into the Grand Hyatt New York, which opened in 1980. And just like that, the stage was set for Donald Trump to rise as a formidable figure in the real estate world. His combination of ambition, charisma, and a keen business sense was just what he needed to succeed. After graduating from the Wharton School and gaining valuable experience working in his father's business, Donald Trump was eager to make his mark. In the early 1970s, he set his sights on Manhattan. a bustling center of opportunity, excitement, and intense competition. This was where dreams could come true, but it wouldn't be easy. One of Donald's first major projects was the Commodore Hotel. It was no small feat. The hotel was struggling and needed a serious facelift. With his vision and determination, he partnered with a hotel chain to completely renovate and revive it. The result? The Grand Hyatt New York opened its doors in 1980 and became a huge success. With this triumph, Donald's reputation as a savvy businessman began to grow. He quickly became known for taking on large projects and making bold moves. But what he did next truly put him on the map. He aimed for the big league of real estate, the casino business. In the mid-1980s, Atlantic City was looking to reinvent itself as a destination for entertainment and gambling. Donald saw an opportunity and went all in. He built the Trump Plaza Hotel and Casino and later, the Trump Taj Mahal, which opened in 1990 and was dubbed the eighth wonder of the world. It was a gamble that paid off, at least for a while. Now, Donald Trump wasn't just known as a real estate mogul. He was becoming a household name. The glitz and glamour of his projects, combined with his charismatic personality, made him a media darling. He was featured in newspapers, magazines, and television shows. Everyone wanted to know more about this larger-than-life figure, but it wasn't all smooth sailing. As the 90s rolled in, the casino market started to change and challenges arose. Financial struggles hit, and Donald found himself in a tight spot. He faced heavy debts, and in 1991, he even declared bankruptcy for his Atlantic City casinos. This was a tough chapter for him, but he wasn't one to back down easily. Instead of letting these challenges defeat him, Donald used them as a learning experience. He negotiated his debts, restructured his businesses, and managed to come back stronger than ever. He took this setback as an opportunity to refocus and reinvent his brand. Through the ups and downs, one thing remained constant: Donald's flair for marketing and promotion. He capitalized on his name and started to branch out even further. He began to license his name for a variety of products, from clothing to real estate developments. The Trump brand was growing, and it was becoming a symbol of luxury and success. However, Donald didn't stop there. With the 2000s approaching, he took a bold leap into reality television. In 2004, he launched The Apprentice, a competition show where contestants battled for a job in his empire. The show became an instant hit and further catapulted his fame to new heights, winning the hearts of viewers with his famous catchphrase, "You're fired." Donald Trump became a familiar face on screens across America. The show not only entertained but also showed off his business savvy and ability to lead. He was not just a businessman. He was now a television personality. As The Apprentice ran for 14 seasons, Donald continued to develop new projects. He invested in real estate developments around the world, including Trump International Hotel and Tower projects in Chicago, Canada, and beyond. By the time the 2000s rolled around, Donald Trump had solidified himself as a brand synonymous with success, ambition, and a bit of controversy. His journey was inspiring, but it also raised eyebrows. Could this bold businessman be ready to take on a new challenge beyond the corporate world? Donald Trump had always been vocal about his opinions on politics, often expressing views on various issues through his media appearances and on social media. However, it wasn't until the early 2000s that he seriously considered running for office. This was a turning point in his life that would change history. In 2000,
Trump made his first official move into politics by running as a Reform Party candidate for president. While he didn't get very far in that campaign, it gave him a taste of the political arena and indicated that some of his supporters believed he could shake things up in Washington. Fast forward to 2015. With a growing sense of discontent among voters and concerns about the direction of the country, Trump declared his candidacy for the Republican nomination for president. His announcement was nothing short of spectacular. Standing in front of a glimmering backdrop labeled Trump, he delivered a speech that contained his iconic statements about immigration, trade, and American jobs. It definitely grabbed attention, and he quickly became the focal point of the campaign. Trump's campaign style was bold and unconventional. He spoke directly to issues that resonated with many Americans, often bypassing the typical political jargon. His catchphrases and tagline, "Make America Great Again," went viral, bringing a fresh and controversial approach to the political landscape. Despite facing skepticism from political insiders and many in the media, Donald Trump quickly surged in the polls. As the campaign continued, he became known for his no-nonsense approach, straight-talking style, and willingness to tackle heated topics head-on. Through a series of intense debates and primary challenges, Trump stood firm against seasoned politicians. Ultimately, he clinched the Republican nomination, becoming the party's official candidate for president. As the general election approached, it was clear that this campaign would be one for the history books. Opposing him was the former Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton. The election drew massive attention from voters and media alike, with countless discussions surrounding both candidates' platforms. The 2016 race was heated, often marked by heated exchanges and controversial topics. Trump's rhetoric resonated with many who felt unheard, and he promised to bring significant changes to Washington. His rallies grew larger and more passionate, as his supporters rallied behind his promises of reform. And then came Election Day, November 8, 2016. In a shocking turn of events, Donald Trump won the presidency, defeating Hillary Clinton. Many had predicted a different outcome, but Trump's determination and the mobilization of his base proved pivotal. On January 20, 2017, Donald Trump was inaugurated as the 45th President of the United States. He stepped onto the stage, ready to enact the changes he promised during his campaign. His presidency would be marked by a series of significant policies, controversies, and a divisive political climate. One of his first major actions was signing an executive order to withdraw from the Trans-Pacific Partnership, followed by a focused effort on immigration reform. The controversial travel ban, aimed at several predominantly Muslim countries, sparked widespread protests and legal challenges. Trump stood by his decisions, emphasizing America's security. His presidency also focused heavily on tax reform, leading to the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017, which aimed to stimulate the economy. Supporters praised the tax reductions, while critics raised concerns about the impact on the national deficit. Of course, no discussion of Trump's presidency would be complete without mentioning his frequent use of social media, especially Twitter. He used it as a direct channel to the public, sharing policies, thoughts, and often controversial statements that would cause waves across the nation and the globe. As we reached the end of his first term, Trump's presidency had ignited strong emotions on both sides of the political spectrum. Whether supporters viewed him as a champion for change or critics saw him as a divisive force, one thing was clear: Donald Trump had changed the nature of American politics. This chapter of Donald Trump's life was defining, as he moved from real estate mogul to the highest office in the land. But what came next would be even more controversial. A second run for president and an election characterized by unprecedented events. After leaving office on January 20th, 2021, Donald Trump transitioned into a new chapter of his life. His presidency had been a whirlwind, and as he left the White House, many wondered about his next moves in the political landscape and beyond. In the months following his departure, Trump remained active in political discussions, frequently hosting rallies, giving speeches, and maintaining a strong presence in the Republican Party. Many of his supporters still viewed him as their leader, and he continued to wield significant influence among conservative voters. One of his most notable actions post-presidency was the formation of the Save America PAC, which allowed him to raise funds and support candidates who align with his views. He frequently endorsed candidates in various elections, emphasizing loyalty to his agenda and principles. Despite the controversies during his presidency, Trump's policies and approach to governance had left an indelible mark on the Republican Party. Many party members embraced his populist style, and he was often at the center of heated debates about the direction of the GOP. In 2022, the Republican Party faced key elections, and eyes were on Trump as a potential candidate for the 2024 presidential election. Speculation ran rampant about whether he would run again. His loyal base eagerly awaited his announcement. On November 15, 2022, Trump officially announced his candidacy for the 2024 election. He framed his return as a mission to make America great again. His announcement reignited both excitement and opposition, demonstrating his ability to mobilize voters and impact the political landscape once more. Trump's presence in the upcoming election was not without its challenges. Legal controversies continued to follow him, including investigations related to his business practices and actions taken during his presidency. Nonetheless, Trump continued to rally support, positioning himself as a warrior for the forgotten American. Alongside his political endeavors, Donald Trump also returned to his roots in business. He remained involved with the Trump Organization, focusing on expanding his brand and various business ventures. His name still evoked a sense of luxury, and his properties continued to attract attention. Additionally, Trump's media presence evolved. In 2021, he launched Trump Media and Technology Group and unveiled Truth Social, a social media platform aimed at providing a space for free speech. The platform aimed to offer an alternative to mainstream social networks and attracted a dedicated user base. While Trump's post-presidency years have been marked by both accomplishments and controversies, his legacy is complex. Supporters view him as a transformative figure who defied the political establishment, while critics emphasize the divisions his presidency deepened within the country. As we reflect on Donald Trump's journey, it's evident that he remains a polarizing figure in American politics. His determination to influence the political narrative continues to resonate with millions. Whether for better or worse, his impact will be studied for years to come. And that brings us to the end of our story on Donald Trump life. From his early days in business to his rise as a political powerhouse, his life remains an extraordinary tale of ambition, resilience, and controversy. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Don't forget to like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more fascinating stories.